All right, let me get something to drink. It's water, because that's what I've been doing for the past 5 days, water fasting. Should you water fast on the carnivore diet? Is it good for you? Do you get more benefits? We'll learn in today's video. So before we jump into fasting on the carnivore diet, there are a few things to keep in mind, and that is there will be circumstances under which you shouldn't fast, and that's when you are trying to conceive, are pregnant, nursing, you have a medical condition that requires you to eat, or you have to eat to take drugs, or you have a disease that is closely monitored by your ND. In this situation, you should get in touch with your doctor and consult with them whether fasting is right for you. But for the rest of us, so if you've been doing the carnivore diet, you'll probably experience massive weight loss. However, for me, this last 10 pounds just didn't want to budge, and this happened after I had my son, so it was this classic case of baby weight just didn't want to come off. So I did the water fasts, and throughout the year I did about 5 of them, and truth be told, I gained some weight back, and it went like this. So first time I lost 10 pounds, I gained back 6, then I did it again a few months later, I lost 7 pounds, I gained back 4, so on and so forth. But after the 5th fast, I didn't gain that much weight back anymore, and my weight became stable, and I got to my target weight. So if you're already on the carnivore diet and you've been successful, but you need that one last push to get to the weight you are looking to get, water fasting can do it for you. It is a lot easier to do water fast when you are on the carnivore diet, and that's because your body is already used to not having any carbohydrates. Most likely your cravings are gone and your glycogen is depleted, meaning like you're used to operating on very low glucose, and you probably are in ketosis already, maybe half or 1 millimole, or you are just cycling in and out. So those first 2 days that typically are very hard when you are doing water fast are nothing to brag about for you. Going into deep ketosis from time to time has lots of health benefits, and so when you do a water fast, you will go into ketosis 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 millimoles. I think the maximum I did was 9 millimoles when I was doing a 10-day water fast. The researcher that did the tremendous amount of work about it is Dominic D'Agostino. I will link his website in the description, and he works both for NASA and for the Navy, and he was able to demonstrate that ketones have protective properties both if you are working in the space and deep underwater. In his research, Dominic D'Agostino demonstrates that being in ketosis shuts down pro-inflammatory metabolic pathways and open up anti-inflammatory metabolic pathways, and this is really relevant for people that have neurological problems, chronic inflammation like myself, people with cancer, and potential is actually a lot more than what we know so far. I don't really understand the mechanisms of it, but he says that when your ketones are higher than the glucose levels in your blood, then this is the state when all kind of awesome healing takes place. And that state has to be maintained for a few days or maybe weeks. So I was never able to have higher ketones than my glucose levels while on the carnivore diet. However, when I do the water fast, within a day or so, I'm exactly there. My ketones are higher than my glucose. Carnivore diet accelerates healing. Fasting accelerates detox. You will be amazed how much stuff you are going to purge when you are fasting. Probably the thing that surprises me the most is how much stuff comes out of my eyes. Every day of the fast, I wake up with my eyes completely glued, and I need to go find my way to the bathroom and use warm water to open my eyes. There is a metaphysical aspect to water fasting, and this happens to me each time I fast, and I still don't know what to make of it. So when I do the water fast, my dreams change. They are really strange and crazy sometimes, but there will be always the same theme, like some old memory, maybe something hurtful that was said to me or I said it. It kind of comes up, I get some new insight into it, and then it dissolves. And it happens every day of the fast, and each time I fast. I still don't understand what this is, but it happens, and it has a feeling of being mentally and emotionally detoxing. And there's one more thing that happens, and that is usually towards the end of the fast, and when you are just about to break your fast and when you start eating, is you get the sense of well-being and gratitude for just being alive. Everything feels so wonderful, and you appreciate your body so much more. It is such a wonderful machine that is so well adapted to get you through the periods of famine. It does feel like a spiritual detox as well. All right, and this one's for the ladies. Your skin will look younger, brighter, and tighter when you do water fasting. And that is thanks to autophagy, yet another evolutionary adaptation to the periods of feast or famine. So when you stop feeding your body, it will recognize that we are in the period of famine. So rather than making new cells, your body will start looking for the old, dysfunctional, broken cells and start eating them up and using them for energy, fixing everything around because we cannot make new cells. So that's why you will notice that your skin looks better, because your body will eat through the old, rusty, dysfunctional cells. Okay, so let's talk about exercising while fasting. You can definitely do it. During this most recent fast, I did 4 days of yoga and 1 day of running. Now, it wasn't my best yoga session or the most effective run, but it was a workout nonetheless. And I noticed with running that when I'm running in a fasted state and I'm completely deprived of glycogen, that it takes me a little longer to get in the zone. I would say like extra 2 to 5 minutes. But when I get in the zone, when I get going, I keep going and I'm okay. I don't feel as exhausted as one would imagine. I oftentimes hear from people that are into exercise and fitness that they will lose muscle mass when they go on the water fast, and that actually isn't the case. We evolved to go through cycles of feast and famine, and we have all kinds of mechanisms preventing us from losing our muscle mass so that we can go out and hunt for the animals so that we can obtain the calories we need to live. Jason Fung has a whole chapter in his book Guide to Fasting talking about how our bodies are actually well equipped to not to lose muscles when we are going on the fast. And people that do weight training and fast report that they in fact gain muscle and not lose it when they exercise. Again, they'll say that they don't have the same levels of energy, but they have enough to get through the workout. And for one is the number one mechanism is that we have very high levels of human growth hormone, which actually supports muscle growth. Right, so I'm in the Stye Town Park. It's a little after 6 a.m., so we have a beautiful sunrise here. And the last one for this video, willpower. You probably have pretty good levels of willpower if you are doing carnivore diet for any period of time, but with water fasts, it gets better yet, especially if you have family members that aren't fasting with you. Or let's say you have a toddler that needs to be fed about 5 times a day and some snacks in between, and you have to help him with it. Your willpower is getting really good. And the great thing about willpower is that it is a transferable skill. So once you master willpower with your diet or water fast, you can take it elsewhere and apply it to anything else you want to achieve in life. I've been doing water fasting for the past 2 years, and my routine is 5-day fasts 5 times a year. Now, if I knew then what I know now, I'd probably start with 48-hour fast, wait a couple of weeks, and then do another 48 or 72-hour fast, and then build up my tolerance to what my goals are today. But I did it as a 4-day fast. It was fine, I survived, but if I were to give you advice, probably start with the 48 hours first. Now, I love water fasting. It is yet another tool in my toolbox for optimal health. if you are already on the carnivore diet, doing water fast will be really easy for you because you are already used to not having any carbohydrates, so no carbohydrates withdrawal. You are already in low-grade ketosis, which means your body already knows how to burn fat for fuel. But while you are fasting, there are lots of additional benefits to your health. All right, this will do it for this week's video. If you fasted already, let me know in the comments. Maybe you would like to fast together. We can set the time in the calendar and we'll do it as a group. If you haven't yet, subscribe, like and share, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!